It's snack time. I'm your host, Marno, and joining me today is my friend Tana, who is sharing her favorite snack, balsamic vinegar and basil Triscuits. Hello, Tana. How are you?
Hey, Michelle, this is such an honor and a joy to be sharing such a Italian-inspired snack with you, since we can't travel to Italy, even though they're made in probably Montana or Wisconsin or some other state. But
Actually, let me look. Where are these
it's made
from?
in
Does it say? I cannot find it on this box. New Jersey.
everything is legal in New Jersey. Oh my God, that's like the best Jersey accent I've ever done.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
I'm
also,
just kidding.
listeners, actually, also, I decided I kind of want to call us snackers. So, like, let me know, you guys, how you feel about that. But anyway, just to clue you in, I have never had this snack before, and this box that I have in front of me has not been opened. So, this is going to be like live on air what my reaction to these are. I feel like I'm going to freaking lurve them. My mom said that they're really good. I guess she's had them before.
Can I please tell you my inspiration for the snack?
Oh my god, please do.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, working in the restaurant industry for so long, I would go a very, very long time without like eating, sitting down, or even using the restroom. So,
Wow.
yeah, like when I got home, I would literally sprint to the grocery store, get like anything I could snack on and like anything with a ton of flavor because I was just dehydrated, like all that stuff. So I was living at home in college and my mom always had these around and I was just so starving. So I just opened it and I just became obsessed because I'm like, it's just the perfect combination of flavors because I'm starving and I haven't eaten in 10 hours or sat down.
Wow.
So slowly but surely, like my perfect night is low key. You are not watching, listeners, because you can't see the video. But I currently have a half a block of like store brand cheddar cheese, a Hefeweizen beer in front of me that I'm going to pop open right now, some hummus, and literally this box. Like this is the epitome of just like the perfect evening. Men out there, if you ever like meet me, you can literally just set up this instead of roses and I like would be equally satisfied.
That is
So
incredible. I mean,
I've been thinking about this beer since we've been chatting, so I'm gonna pop it open. This could
yes.
also be a whole other snack video because Hefeweizens are like literally liquid bread. So listen to this magical. Oh,
Wow. Live on
yeah.
air. I don't think we've ever had a beer cracked open on snack time before, so this is a special
Oh,
moment. I'm not a beer drinker per se. I mean, I'll have
oh.
one like at a Ren fair, let's say. Um, but or like an Oktoberfest, when it's time. Also, I love a Guinness any day. But Guinness isn't usually like a go-to beer. So, don't want to have those all the time. But anyway, this was a moment, a snack time moment.
Michelle, look at that head on that beer. Do I not look? I
That
don't.
literally looks like an ad for Oktoberfest.
Oh my God, I could. And I'm like super German. I mean, as super German as like three generations in America could be, but you know. Michelle, we used to laugh so much in like
Oh my
class.
god.
We were just like, so backstory for anyone that doesn't know us,
Yes, give
we
them the
did choir
backstory.
together, and Michelle is way more talented than I, but
Oh
like,
my god.
I think it's safe to say we were like the less talented of the group
Oh, we for
because
sure were disrespected in every sense of the word. Are you kidding me?
we had like so much personality. Not that like our other choir kids did not. They absolutely
Yeah.
did. But they had the talent plus personality. We, I think, just had personality. What's talent that maybe wasn't recognized at the time,
Oh, definitely.
but now is being utilized.
Oh yeah. I mean, like,
Oh, no. This beer, Michelle, this I'm just
Is it good? Wait,
This is
so tell the listeners, tell the snackers like what it is, because you're like having a full on like taste test right now.
well, I'm just like such a beer nerd. Like, I don't know if you knew that about me, but yeah, I've like traveled so many. My goal in life is to drink a beer in every country. That's like totally my goal.
How many have you done so
I
far?
said you might like this beer actually. It literally tastes like bananas and clove. That's like a
What?
traditional Bavarian Hefeweizen style of beer, just because the yeast strains they use. So essentially, yeast eats sugar and then farts out CO2, but a lot of the yeast gets suspended in the beer. That's why it's so cloudy.
Uh-huh.
So it's literally, my friend used to call it Gatorade, and that's exactly what it is.
Wait, so what is this called that you're drinking right now?
Hefeweizen.
But like what brand is it? Like why does it taste do all Hefeweizens taste like that?
Most Bavarian style Hefeweizens do. Obviously, like the craft beer scene right now, people are like taking their own riff on things and filtering it or putting in different yeast strains. But no, traditionally, like I'd argue that if you went to Munich or some other amazing German village, they would all kind of taste like this. But this is from a craft brewery in Texas called Westbound and Down. Highly recommend. 2 beers I've had so far have been pretty tasty.
I'm literally getting an education right now. I don't like literally know nothing about beer. I just know that I don't like IPAs because they hurt my mouth.
That's fair. I'm
Like,
also eating cheese. I'm so sorry. I'm so sad.
no, never. This is literally snack time. It's time for snacks.
I want to see your face just like blossom.
Oh my gosh. Wait, okay, but before, I mean, we've already talked so much about these apparently delicious and delectable crackers, but before we go any further, there is a question that I have to ask every single guest that I have on Snack Time because it is the most important way to decipher what snack you might have and what snacks that you like the most. And I think that's important because I like to know what my friends like. So, Tana, are you a sweet or salty snacker? You can be both,
Salty.
but which one is the go-to?
Oh, salty.
Why?
The salt. I want, because I love beer and wine so much, I want a salty snack to
Mm.
like make me want to drink more. Like it balances so well.
Yes.
But that's not to say that I love like a sweet snack in the middle of the day with like my midday coffee. Maybe living in Italy, I like became so fond of like the afternoon espresso. God, I sound
Mm.
so cultured, right? No, I can't. I can't do it. So, side note, I lived in Barcelona for 3 months, and every time I mention that to someone, they interrupt me and they say, "Oh, Barcelona." I say, "No," because I don't speak Catalan and I don't have an accent. Okay.
I do love the lisp though. It really entertains
Oh,
me.
but it's so sexy on Spanish men and women,
Yes.
not American people trying to reenact it.
Yeah. No, yeah, not a lisp with an
Not
American
like a certain someone we know that has a lisp that we went to high school with.
Wait, who?
Oh my
I,
god, we can't say his name.
I'm cutting
He
this
has
out. I'm cutting this
oh,
out. And we're back from redacted. Okay,
I
so
foresee a lot of these redactions happening.
wait, say that again.
I foresee a lot of these redactions happening.
Well, okay, I love that you are a salty snacker. I'm also a salty snacker. I do obviously love the occasional sweet treat, but salty is where it's at. Okay, so you already talked about like your ideal time with this snack, balsamic vinegar and basil Triscuits, is like what you're doing now. You're relaxing, you have cheese, a beer or a glass of wine, maybe some hummus and veggies, like just feeling feeling the Triscuit time.
Feeling it.
And then you also already supplied us with the information of when you first tried it, which like honestly is a pretty like fun like I love that like they were at your mom bought them, they were at your mom's house, you had them, they were good, and you fell in love. Do you have a favorite all-time memory with these balsamic vinegar and basil Triscuits? Like, was there like a night where you did this whole setup, but it was just the stars were aligned?
I can honestly say that like every time I open them, I'm just like, this is why I work 50 hours a week, so I can have enough money so I can splurge on these. They're not even that expensive, but like, yes,
My
I could
mom
literally
got them on sale today. They were like 150 each.
love.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're usually like I'll pay upwards of 249 for. But no, they're just like the snack. Like literally, I think when my mom comes to visit me here in my new apartment, I know she's gonna go to the store and buy like my staple for me because that's what moms do. And she 100%. She had these when I came home from Italy because she
Oh my
knew
god.
that I was gonna need them. Side note, so funny when like quarantine happened. You can cut this out if it's not like a pandemic podcast. But,
No, we've
she's
been dabbling in the conversation about the
He's like,
pandemic.
I'll go to the store and get us some stuff. Don't worry, I'll get us the basics. I was like, okay. My mom also literally eats like a bunny rabbit. She's 90 pounds soaking wet, tiny.
She is so
So I was like,
small.
yeah, we'll buy like potatoes and like breakfast food. I had like all the excitement. She comes home and I have a picture of it. She bought 8 bottles of Chardonnay, box of biscuits, and a box of tomato soup. I was like, Mom, we're gonna like be here for a month, yo. This is so funny. She's like, I totally got it. I got us all prepared. I swear I have this photo of just all these wines loaded up, like next
That's
to me.
insane. That is
Oh,
so funny.
Karen.
So would you say that's your favorite memory surrounding these crackers? Like,
Well, the favorite memory is yet to come. I actually can't wait. I know he'll never hear this, but Federico, if you ever hear this, if we ever like if the stars align and we ever see each other again, I cannot wait for you to come to the States, and this will be one of the first snacks I'll have for you at my house if you choose to stay with me.
iconic.
Romantic as well.
Snack time is getting romantic all of a sudden, and I'm here for it.
So also, if you come to visit me, I will have them for you also. I care about you that deeply.
Thank you. That'll have
So,
to definitely be post-pandemic for me to fly anywhere. Or leave basically my house and my place of work. Like, um,
oh, I'm cutting the cheese, y'all.
but
Quite literally.
she's
All right, let's
literally
open it. GD Triscuits, yo.
I know, I was just gonna say, like, I am ready to try them, so get ready for some ASMR. What'd you say?
Now I want to hear the box open.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, an embarrassing start.
Let's give it a good yank.
'Cause I know how to open a box. I'm just trying to not be, like, super obnoxious about it. I'm doing it. Oh, we're both unboxing. Is this a race?
I'm ready.
Ooh, the smell came out. Ooh, they're
What is it about like American culture that we just love like freshly opened food things?
What do you mean American culture? It's when it's the least stale. I don't think that's American to just like not stale
That's
food.
true. I don't know. Some people like stale chips, or like people that like flat Coke. That's like a thing.
Okay, I understand the flat Coke thing because carbonation, that's why I don't like IPAs. It's the carbonation and the like spiciness, not spiciness, but like that hurting mouthfeel of like a really, like a soda fountain, like extra carbonated. That's the same mouthfeel that an IPA gives me, and I don't like it.
I'd argue that it's the hops because.
That's what everybody
Are you
tells me.
eating it?
Oh my god, I just
No.
started putting it in my mouth.
Because so good. Okay, I want to see your teeth.
Okay, I
see
just
how
had like a little tiny lip, and I'm already so excited.
Have like a bite. Have like a half
I
of the
literally
cracker
love vinegar so much. I'm like scared about how much I'm gonna be addicted to these. But I'll reveal in a little bit like why I think I might not get addicted to these.
Maybe we should like have a few. No, you're in it.
Oh my
You're so good,
god.
right? You're so flippin'. Oh,
So flavorful. I've never had a cracker this flavorful.
it's
Wow.
like stupid good.
It's making my cheeks pucker. The like sourness.
It's like, honestly, I take back what I said about the salty and sweet thing, because these are kind of sweet if you think about it, because balsamic vinegar, actually, the longer you age it, like the more it condenses, I guess, and like solidifies, so it actually becomes like a syrup. I've seen videos of people pouring like 25-year aged balsamic vinegar, and it's like
Whoa.
pouring berry syrup. So it is kind of sweet.
It's so good. I will say though, I haven't been a basil fan until recently. I still wouldn't even say I'm really like a fan. I appreciate it, but there's a slight like that like anise black licorice flavor
Sure.
that it's not bad. It's just so overpowering to my palate, I think. But this is a good amount in these.
Do you like rosemary? They also have rosemary.
Ooh.
They have a rosemary one. They have smoked Gouda, which my mom is like obsessed with. Well, honestly, the smoked Gouda is probably more your style because I know you're the type to like spray cheese on a Cheez-It. I love that about you.
But I am a fucking slut for vinegar though. And these are vinegar. Like salt and vinegar chips, kettle salt and vinegar chips are maybe my number one snack. I haven't cemented that in the snack time lore, but they're just so they're just so good.
I am enjoying myself immensely right now.
I'm so glad.
It's not just the chips.
I love that you're calling them chips, but they're crackers.
Oh yeah. Nothing in my brain makes sense.
Speaking of chips, like the most iconic Tana snack in my mind is tortilla chips.
I know, Michelle. I honestly contemplated like doing that because literally growing up, people know me as like Tana gets home, she opens up a bag.
She has a glass of milk.
A fucking glass of milk. Sorry if I can't say the F word.
No, you can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want.
Like, but that's still like these are my more adult version, but if I'm being completely frank, yeah. I
still just like drink a glass of milk?
Oh my god, no, I haven't had a glass of milk in like 7 years.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, like the latte, the occasional latte.
Yeah.
But no, the idea of like a whole glass of milk. I like am seriously concerned about what my body would do if I drank.
Oh, I know what would happen to mine, and it would not be fun.
Wow, this beer to the brewery that gave this beer is hitting the spot. Thank you so much, Michelle. I'm gonna like send you beer because it can be delivered to your house. Are you comfortable like with that? If I sent you beer to your house?
Oh my god, that would be so great. Thank you. I mean, if I don't end up liking them, my dad loves beer, so he'll drink it if anything.
I would love. Actually, scratch that. I'm just gonna send it to your dad, and you can have like one. I want him to have like 3 of them. Your dad is the most like wonderful human being.
Oh my god. I mean, both my parents are pretty fabulous.
I know.
But
No,
what if I did? Wonderful. What if you sent me the beer?
I'm chewing on cheese.
Okay, I thought of an idea. What if you sent me the beers and I did like a taste test video / maybe podcast? That would be so cool.
I would love to join you on that journey.
Because I like literally do not like, I don't know beer. So it would literally be like the most like baby reactions to like what they taste like. That would be so fun. Stay up to date with new Snacktime episodes, merch, and more on Instagram at SnackTimePod. That's SnackTimepod. See you there. Okay, can I share a fun fact about Triscuit with you?
Please.
Okay, so I first heard about this, I'm pretty sure from Good Mythical Morning, which is a YouTube talk show hosted by Rhett and Link, aka like just the loves of my life. And I'm pretty sure this is where I first heard this fact. What?
No, I only know the show because the joke, like, that was my nickname in high school.
Oh yeah.
Is that what they say?
Red said he used to say that a lot. He hasn't said it in a long time. Wait, how did you hear about that?
I don't know. Oh, Taylor Stark, who would also be a fantastic host or co-host or guest on this show.
Oh my god, that would be so funny. I haven't talked to him in like a decade.
I've seen that man put away so many bags of like Trader Joe's popcorn after a full meal. Like he'll just sit there on the floor and eat it off his stomach. Like, he's such savage. But
that's insane.
No, he got me onto the show, and because he had a shirt with a pocket square thing with a fork in it.
Yeah.
And I honestly thought of you because I know you had posted it. So also I'm gonna grab my charger, but please continue talking with your beautiful, like, whimsical voice.
Okay. Okay, so the history of Triscuit and like the name specifically is so fucking interesting to me. First of all, the name Triscuit, I mean, it sounds like biscuit. So like, it's a play on the word biscuit, but people could not figure out what the try stood for. And at one point, people were wondering, oh, it must mean 3. And Triscuit came out and said, it does not mean 3. So I've heard this story and I know why it is called that, but I want to read this article that I found today because it is just like a really funny article in my opinion that also explains like the brief history of Triscuits. So this is from businessinsider.com, published this year in March 2020, and the title of the article is "It's pretty obvious that the Triscuit name is a play on the word biscuit, but it turns out the try at the beginning doesn't stand for 3. It's short for electricity." Triscuits are a staple snack you'll often find everywhere from parties to picnics, but the origin behind the salty crackers name is less widely known. Sage Boggs, a writer for The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon and a freelance contributor for SNL's Weekend Update, recently went on a hunt to find out the meaning behind the beloved snack's name. After some Google searches and reaching out to Triscuit's producer Nabisco, Boggs discovered the cracker's name is indeed a play on the word biscuit, as many would assume. But what about the first part of the name, try? Nabisco confirmed to Boggs that the try does not stand for 3. However, the company did not initially know what the try stood for. Quote, how do they not know what it, or sorry, I just read that wrong. How do they know what it doesn't mean, but not know what it does mean? How? Boggs wrote in a tweet. But after more...
I think I have a theory. Oh, continue.
Oh, what?
I'm riveted. No, I think I have a theory, but I'm curious to hear what the officials say.
But after more searching online, Boggs found an early 1900s advertisement for Triscuits touting that, quote, Triscuit is... Oh yeah, this is a typo. It says Triscuit it baked. That's not what it's supposed to say. Triscuit is baked by electricity, the only food on the market prepared by this 1903 process. Wow. So this tweet, like, thread Sage Boggs at one point said, also, no business record survived? What the hell happened at the Triscuit factory? Did the building explode? Did someone run out of the doors and yell, it doesn't mean 3, right before perishing in a giant blaze? I was baffled, and I couldn't stand not knowing. So I did a little sleuthing online and stumbled on some early Triscuit advertisements. Take a look at these bad boys. And it says, like, baked by electricity, blah, blah, blah. So it turns out Triscuits are named for the process they were made by, not the number 3. Electricity biscuit. Triscuit means electricity biscuit, Boggs wrote in a tweet. Triscuit later tweeted, oh my god. Triscuit later retweeted Boggs' thread and said, we had to go all the way up the ladder, but we can confirm. And then a like lightning bolt emoji. Isn't that a fucking wild ride?
I just like, I'm so happy that other people have such like an affinity for such a non-substantial snack. It's just like the things that fill up our day just shock me. No, I honestly thought, like, now that I'm looking at the box, I figured it was like something to do with the way wheat is like looks. Like
Oh.
there's like tri sprouts to the wheat something.
Yeah, but remember they said it does not mean 3.
Oh, damn it. Well, then my theory is god awful.
But that's
So
what
it's
a lot
really
of
funny.
people thought. That's what a lot of people thought. They thought it meant 3.
It's funny because on the box they like suggest a flavor like pairing. So they say to
Mhm.
top it with and strawberry, right?
So
Ricotta, fig Newtons and strawberries, delicious, but a little too fancy for me. Okay, I want off-brand Ralph's cheddar cheese. Don't be getting nuts on me. Don't make this snack into like a $10 appetizer. I want it to like fulfill its purpose and just like satisfy me when I'm like at a random Walmart in the middle of Waukegan, which is a suburb of Chicago, and it's balls cold. I don't know.
well,
I don't know if you saw my Instagram post like 2 years ago, but it was literally 1 degrees in
oh
Chicago
my
when
god.
1 degree when we were there. Oh, but that bean was frozen, dog, and I saw it. Anyway, I don't
Sorry,
know
now
why
I'm
you're
like
so
chewing so much
funny.
Triscuit in my mouth.
I'm so it on it. The only flaw, CEO of Nabisco, if you're listening, is that it does get a little chalky if
Okay,
you chew
that
it.
I have this written down because this is why earlier I said it might not become a usual fave because although they are so tasty and I love how crunchy crispy they are, they make my mouth so goddamn fucking dry. Like they
Well, Tom,
literally
we're gonna find like a beer or a wine for you, or like some sort of dipping
I
sauce
know.
to
Well, I
like.
mean, I always have a beverage with my snack, and like I
Yeah.
usually would pair it. See, and so that's the thing. I usually would pair it, and Triscuits pair very well with other things, and so that is a plus for them. But it's like you almost have to pair it with something, or else your mouth turns to fucking dust. Like literally. But oh crap, I just forgot what else I was gonna say. Dang it. But like
It's to die.
it does. Like, but okay, but this flavor, because it has the vinegar, which makes my mouth water,
Sure.
it kind of counteracts the dryness that I would usually be getting with like another flavor of Triscuit that wasn't sour, kind of. Because when things are sour, my mouth waters. And so it like it's not as dry as usual, which I appreciate.
I'm honestly just really sad that I didn't grow to love balsamic vinegar as like a child because
Mm.
you knew I was like kind of a picky child and like never ate anything exciting until I moved to Houston, Texas, and dated a chef who like just was like, "You don't like this? Well, you should try it," and just like stuffed it in my mouth, and in like an appropriate, consensual way. But
Yes.
no, he was just like so curious of how I was like so sheltered and didn't eat a lot as a child. And he was born in Chile, who they like just like made amazing meals out of nothing. It was just amazing, like the culture shock I experienced, like living and like eating meals with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just glad I hadn't like been exposed to balsamic vinegar. Maybe I'm like making up for lost time one box at a time. But
Truly. I mean, I
no,
think
but
my first experience with balsamic vinegar was like dipping it or using it to dip bread in at restaurants, like olive oil and balsamic vinegar.
yeah.
And then eventually I like graduated to eating a fucking salad and sometimes having that, on it. I like it is such a good dressing. Like it is a classic dressing that'll go with like anything.
And balsamic glaze on a pizza is just like,
Oh. Okay, Trader Joe's has a really good balsamic glaze. Have you had it?
well, you could just make your own, Michelle. Come on,
I
we're like
know, but it
living.
like it comes in a bottle, so it's like really easy. Okay, because sometimes you just want to like dip something in it and you don't want to make a fucking whole batch.
It's
Okay.
not
You
so
know what?
much.
At snack time, we're keeping it real. All right?
So I just like love your like motto for life, and you do. You're like that sounds amazing, and I'm so happy that you're like living sustainably and like creating less waste. But like I'm not out here to do that.
I mean, I'm doing my best, but it's like, girl, sometimes I don't need to make
Yeah.
a fucking whole cup full of balsamic glaze. Like, I can get the Trader Joe's. It's like I will leave it to Trader Joe's, a huge ass corporation with billions of dollars, to make their packaging more sustainable before I don't buy their balsamic glaze. You know what I mean?
I love that. I love that for you.
I'm keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. Say yes. Yes, Green New Deal. Yes, save the earth. I'm all for it. But it's like, I'm gonna buy the balsamic glaze at Trader Joe's, even though it comes in plastic packaging. I'm sorry.
Michelle, this is a beautiful segue into something we didn't mention in our pre like Zoom chat before the recording. Spoiler, that did happen. However, I'm also currently applying to different graduate programs in Italy currently.
Oh my god.
You just popped a Triscuit into your mouth, and I like
In
that told me that you were so
celebration.
excited for me. It's because I know you I know you better than I thought I did, and I knew that that was a sign of like the equivalent of putting popcorn into your mouth when a
Yes.
movie's getting.
Literally, I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy for
Oh.
her. So I'm gonna put this thing that made my mouth happy in my mouth.
I remember this because you're talking about like sustainability and balsamic vinegar. It just reminded me of Modena, which is the city where balsamic is like known to be produced. But yeah, I'm applying to 3 different programs, one in Venice, one in Padua, which has one of the oldest universities in the world. Amazing. And then one in Rome. The one in Padua, I have to say, I'm extremely excited about because their program is very like specific to sustainability within Italian food and wine culture. So essentially,
Whoa.
like wine comes from grapes, right? So the grapes are considered a high quality food, and it's their biggest export, along with like Parmesan cheese and balsamic vinegar. Obviously, there's other things on the list, but yeah, so it's like if we don't treat this product well, within the next 20, 30 years, we're really going to start seeing a shift in the way like we live our lives, like the wine quality is going to go down, and just the
Wow.
soil is not going to be able to sustain like the demand of really, really expensive high quality wine. But my biggest like the biggest drive for me to go to grad school and maybe work within the like realm of sustainability in the food of my world is packaging. So I work at a very big um big box wine store, to like not the name, but just the amount of like glass, cardboard, tape, like cellophane wrap,
Mhm.
pallets, like gasoline tankers I know that are involved with the transportation between like goods from one country, one state to ours,
Mhm.
is just insane. So I'm all for people. Like I'm blessed that I can go to the grocery store and get my balsamic and basil Triscuits, but like at what cost? So yeah, I hope that in the next like 10 years I could possibly be finding a solution for like I don't know, sustainable packaging within the food and beverage world. I
Wow.
know that sounds so specific and kind of boring, but if there's
No.
anyone listening like has advice for me, please tell me.
I do not think it's boring at all. I like think that is one of the biggest issues in the world right now because we just consume so much and we are constantly throwing away packaging, used products. I mean, you were talking about, working at the store you work at. I used to work at Michael's Arts and Crafts. Like, arts and crafts literally just generate waste, especially, I mean, obviously, most of the crafts that I make, I do not throw them away. Like, they are things that I treasure forever. But, like, so much of what is sold at Michael's is for, like, one-time use, like kids' crafts that
Mhm.
eventually get tossed. Slime, like, slime was so big a few years, I mean, it
Yeah.
still is, but, like, it's
But
in
to that fact, like you're such an artistic person, and I know that it's helped you grow like
Mhm.
emotionally, mentally, like I don't know, it's so hard to use art, but I completely understand. It's like there needs to
Yeah.
be a line
Yeah, well, and
between
so
do
that's the
you
thing
give away
too.
your house for every holiday or can we like reuse something creative with
Right. And and then with that, with the packaging, I mean, Michael's not only sells, like, arts and crafts supplies. Uh-oh, you're frozen.
it or can
Oh,
we like
no.
reuse something? I'm talking hello?
Okay, okay, it's back. Oh my gosh, that was, like
To be totally frank, I share Wi-Fi with the girl next to me in the apartment, so we are really roughing it.
no worries. I just, like what were you saying, though? Because I want to hear
Oh,
what
no, you were mentioning, like, about the packaging at Michael's and like, specifically.
yeah, well, were you saying something in response to that?
No, I
Oh,
have
okay.
nothing in
Oh, okay, you were just frozen. I didn't know if you were, like, saying something, and I was like, "Oh, no, I missed it," and I was, like, talking over you. Okay, anyway, um, but yeah, the packaging at Michael's too, because not only do they sell, like, arts and craft supplies, but they sell a lot of glassware, ceramics, frames, and all of that has, like, excessive packaging so it
yeah,
doesn't break, and, like, I remember just, like, filling up the trash when because I would work, like it was called, like, the truck shift, so, like, 3 AM the truck would come,
mhm,
and we would unload the truck and, like, stock the shelves and organize and, do the whole shebang, um, and the amount of trash that we made in literally, like, 5 hours before opening was insanity, and that happens
yeah.
every week, at least once a week,
At one store in
at
one
one
city.
store in one city, yeah.
Yeah. So, I encourage people to take that fact and multiply it by multiple cities within the country and then the world.
And
Who
that's just
like,
Michael's.
that's just my take. Not even talking about restaurants, which make
Mhm.
copious amounts more waste that could possibly be composted, but it's just a whole this is a whole tangent, and I know that you have like an equal amount of passion for fixing these kinds of things. Um, I feel like I'm just at a point in my life where, like, yeah, you know what? If I go into debt and try to educate myself in a way where I can potentially fix it, maybe not for not for our generation, but maybe our kids, and like just kickstart something. I feel like that's kind of my calling. I don't know if it was the pandemic. I don't know if it's like the way I like have experienced life in other countries and how it's not all about consumerism. It's kind of just eat what's available. Like there's not a ton of packaging on food in other countries. I can't say not for everyone because I haven't been there, but yeah, I don't know. So long story short, I'm very blessed to be living here where we have those options. However, I'm choosing um like a career where maybe we can change it all.
Mhm.
And if that career doesn't exist, then I'm just gonna have to make it.
No,
Be
I think
more of a
that's
social network and like inspire myself to like create a job.
literally. No, I think it's incredible that you, like, are taking that on as, like, a personal and professional goal. Like, I love to support, but, like, I don't think I, like, have what it takes to do that. So, I, like, super respect you for, like, trying to make the world a better place.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I mean, it comes at like a weird time in history, right? It's kind of more
Mhm.
a response. But I think I've been kind of like you knew me growing
Yeah.
up. I've always kind of been like I remember senior year, I think there was a month where every week I would like wear a different color and then write on my arm in eyeliner like what like the color meant. Like purple was like domestic violence or something. Like
Wow.
I
Yeah.
don't know why I did this. I think
No, because
also
you
in high
just
school, I decided
care.
on Fridays I wasn't gonna wear jeans. I don't know. I don't know where my brain like creates ideas.
I mean, I think, first of all, you just, like, care and, like, give a shit, and, like, you do it in creative ways, and I think that's cool. And, like,
That's why
I mean, circling back to, like, us both being in choir, but, like, being, like, the weird, like, "Who the fuck are those girls? Like, what are they doing?" Like,
well, Michelle, you're one of like the most creative people I know.
"Oh, thank you." But
You
yeah,
have no idea.
thank you.
You're
I mean,
creative in like an attainable way where like a lot of people like I'm so abstract and I just don't I'm like a commoner, I don't understand. I think that's why I like impressionist art because I'm like, yeah, that's what it looks like when you wake up and your eyes are all sleepy. So like yeah, walking into your room in high school was like, oh my god, this is what like the art room at 17 magazine looks like. Like on top of this, I understand. That's still like my goal for us secretly.
oh
For
my
us both to
gosh.
work at 17.
Or, like, Teen Vogue.
Oh my god, does Teen Vogue exist? I think it's like non-existent.
No, I thought they were, like, kicking ass in, like, actual journalism these days.
Amazing. I need
Yeah.
to, you know what? Michelle? I'm for Christmas. Can we just like subscribe each other to like some magazine?
We should
I like
then we should just subscribe ourselves and just do it at the same time.
it would be funnier if we did it. No, I miss getting magazines to the house, especially during like the first 3 months of
Mhm,
like COVID. I was like,
mhm.
I've moved so many times. I'm out. Like I am very minimal living.
Yeah.
So I had very little like materials to entertain myself with.
Wow.
Where like I don't know if you had gone through your room in quite a long time, but you had like that was a whole journey, I bet, to just go through everything that
I mean, it's been okay, so I moved out of my parents' house when I went to college. Then I came back after
mm,
college. Then I left and went to New York. and now I'm back again. And like each time I've been home, I've like purged a little bit. And so this time, I mean, I haven't even purged like my stuff really. It's just been my closet finally that I've like I had clothes in my closet from high school. Like I'm not even joking because I just never got rid of them. And so now my bedroom here at home is just like filled with boxes from New York that I've gone through all of them. I've gone through all the suitcases and like taken out stuff that I'm actually using, but there's like so much that I'm like, I'm not unpacking this. Like this is just gonna be when I leave. And it's
Yeah.
just like my whole room is just like filled with shit. It's like
Yeah.
insanity. But it's like, yeah, I literally was in New York. So I had
Uh,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I completely understand. Like living at home and having like a life that exists in boxes and like is representative of a life that like you had but nobody witnessed and it, like kind of becomes obsolete because you're living in your childhood bedroom is like the strangest phenomenon your brain can ever go through.
Yeah.
So you are completely understood
And
from
like
my end.
and this is my 3rd time coming back home. Or no, wait,
That's the
3rd
thing.
time?
I've
2nd time.
yeah,
No, wait, college? No, yeah, 2nd time. But like I thought when I moved to New York, I was like, "Okay, this is my last time moving out." You know what I mean? Like it was like when I come to my parents, it'll be to visit.
yeah.
And that all changed.
Well, that's like why I moved to Denver because I kind of felt like I was just doing myself a disservice by like settling in Brea, which is not, in retrospect, it probably was an irrational move. Like, mom, if you're listening, yes, I admit that. Um, but I see it as like a test run for me if I'm gonna live in another country.
Yeah.
Like I need to be able to live by myself in my home country where I speak the language. Like this
Yeah.
is the easiest it's gonna get in comparison to what I'm signing myself up for. But yeah,
Yeah, that's
but
so
this
true.
time, relax. Like use your parents' like kitchen utensils that never get used. Like, make the stupid dishes that you literally see like in Chrissy Teigen's cookbooks, and you're just like, yes, we're gonna make wings tonight from scratch. We're gonna do it. Like do it. Like literally. Like if that's advice for anyone, like garden, like be outside. Take Forrest is your
Yeah.
dog, right?
Mhm. Yeah, well,
That
I mean,
little.
the beginning of quarantine, like, I was in the backyard, like, every single day. I mean, up until last month, I was walking my dog every single day, but then the fires happened and I couldn't go outside. But then, in the midst of that, I got a new job. So, now I'm, like, only home like, I literally leave my house at 6:45 AM, and I'm not home until, like, about 6:30 PM. And then I eat dinner with my family and watch usually some, like, Star Trek Next Generation or whatever else, and then I go to sleep, like, 2 hours later. But, I mean, that just started last week, though, so it's like this entire time of quarantine, I've just been, like, chilling. I mean, I've started this podcast, like, just been, like, so busy
Amazing.
doing things.
I think just living in California, like back at home, I found like running and biking because I was so angry because I like I came back from Italy. I was kind of forced to come back and to like walk into stores and see people not wearing masks and not believing that the pandemic was real. I just wanted to scream at them like, so many people have been displaced from like their careers and their goals and their families and their loved ones. And I hated it. And I was just so angry at the world for like this
Mhm.
situation. But obviously, it's none of our faults. It was probably bound to happen. But Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out who I am and what my purpose is and like how I can handle my emotions during this time. And yeah, so having a box of Triscuits in my cabinet at all times is the price I'm gonna pay to remove sanity.
Literally feel this on every single level that you just described. I feel like we have very, like, similar life junctures happening right now. Tana, thank you so much for being here at snack time today. Um, this was not only an amazing snack, but an amazing conversation. Like, I feel like we just, like, really, like, revealed our snacky souls right now. Um,
I feel like that was bound to happen anyway. We were overdue for like a live talk, so I'm blessed that it was like recorded for all to hear.
yes. Well, you are welcome back to have another life talk. Literally, whenever you want. Next time, we can talk about a beer. We can talk about any other snack that you love or have loved in the past or you're trying for the first time. I sure am going to enjoy the rest of this box of balsamic vinegar and
Yeah,
basil
I'm gonna eat the rest of this
biscuits.
box probably tonight. But I have to like, you know, pace myself. I have to
Yeah.
ration my favorite thing.
Your electricity biscuits.
Ration my I can't do it. Oh my god, we're
Oh my
doing
god.
beer next time. I'm so excited. I'm already
Okay.
it's fine. I'll
Yeah.
find one that you like.
I mean, just send me, like, a tasting, and then we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll find a beer that I really like, and you'll change my life.
I would want nothing more. It's like my goal in life for everyone to find their favorite beer. Because, like, imagine you walk into a dive bar and they don't have any mixed drinks and they just have beer. Like, I want everyone to know what to order
Yes.
so you
I
can
mean,
feel a part of the environment.
I need that.
You can
I
feel
need
like an active member.
Okay, so
But
it's
you know
happening.
what? Maybe canned wine is your thing. I am equal to exploring all facets of like the beer. Oh my god, there's some beer left. Oh my god, I just looked up the can and there's still holy shit. I am so happy. Oh my god, this is like a good
How did you not know?
because this pint glass is not it's a pint, but it doesn't account for like the inch of head. So there's like an
Oh.
inch of beer left, and I'm just gonna like guzzle this thing.
So okay, well, while you're guzzling, I'm going to say thank you again for being here. Thank you, listeners, snackers. Do we like the name snackers? Let me know for listening, and we'll see you next time at snack time. Bye.
Bye.